Reet then, lads and lasses, how we doing, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. In today's daily news video, we have news. Firstly, as you may have seen in yesterday's daily news video, it was reported that Newcastle United will prioritise signing a right winger in the January transfer window. Well, not only is that still correct, and that is reiterated in today's daily news video, but our dream right-wing target has been revealed. And funnily enough, lads and lasses, if you did watch yesterday's video, you would have seen I suggested two players who I would love to see sign for Newcastle United and who are right-wingers themselves. Funnily enough, one of them players I mentioned has been reported as our dream target. We're kind of ruining their plans, so to speak, but if I had to pick one off the top of my head, I would love to see Bryan MBUEMO at Newcastle United. I can't wait to get into this video. In other news, two players who Newcastle United were heavily pursuing in that summer transfer window, it has been said that we will no longer pursue them in the January transfer window. So without further ado, if you do enjoy the video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you are new for all Newcastle United content, turn that bell on so you are never ever late. As you all know, I'm not really promoting the videos elsewhere apart from YouTube anymore, and let me know down below once that dream target is revealed, would you like to see that player at Newcastle United? Without further ado, let's get into it. So no messing about, lads and lasses. Seriously, this bit of news, it's made me a happy boy today. Let's just say that. It's been reported by iPaper Sport and Mark Douglas that just like in yesterday's video, not only is that right wing spot the priority for Newcastle United to sign a player in January, but the dream right wing signing in January would be Brentford's Bryan MBUEMO. Unfortunately though, our dreams are crushed pretty quickly. It is unlikely that Newcastle United succeed to sign Bryan MBUEMO in the January transfer window. And just below this, they also say it's also unlikely that Newcastle return to the transfer of heavily linked summer targets Mark Gahey and Anthony Elanga. Firstly, what did I say in yesterday's video? My dream right wing target would certainly be Bryan MBUEMO. He's just about both footed. He would fit really well in our system. However, like the article suggests, it would be very hard to do a deal in January. Not only will Brentford ask for a lot of money because it's in the middle of a season, but let's be real, it's Brentford's best and most valuable player by a landslide. Bryan MBUEMO, he will move away from Brentford very soon, fingers crossed, to Newcastle United, but in the January transfer window, it may prove difficult. Not only would it take Brentford a lot of time, recruitment and money to replace a player of Bryan MBUEMO's calibre, but they can't simply afford to lose a player like that in case they go from chasing Europe to chasing relegation. And if they do lose a player of MBUEMO's calibre, let's be real, they can easily slide into that bottom three. He is so vital to the way that Thomas Frank sets his men up. Anyways though, in the other bit of news that we were given in that article, Newcastle United will not go back in for Mark Gahey or Anthony Elanga in the January transfer window. Firstly, Mark Gahey, we spoke about it yesterday. Yes, he's a great player. Would I like to see him at Newcastle United for a cut price deal? Maybe. Do you know, £40 million is all I would pay for Mark Gahey. However, for Anthony Elanga, although I genuinely do like Anthony Elanga, he's got blistering pace, he's dribbling with his pace, it's his end product and his finishing what really lets him down. So, although I do like Anthony Elanga, I'm glad we're not pursuing him. I believe we can attract a higher calibre of player than what Anthony Elanga is right now. Don't get me wrong, he's only 22 years old, and that's an absolutely fantastic age to be playing week in, week out in the best league in the world, and he certainly can develop into a better player. But as we stand right now, I know it is January, but let's look abroad, shall we? That's where we got Isak, Bruno, Botman. The majority of of our great players have came from overseas. Fingers crossed, we look further than just the Premier League. So there we have it, lads and lasses. Today's video was a very quick one on the topic of Bryan MBUEMO. Would you like to see him at Newcastle United? And if so, how much would you pay for the Cameroonian? If you did enjoy the video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you are new for all Newcastle United content. I've been Josh. Fingers crossed. We'll see you tomorrow. Go and enjoy your day, people.